Let's switch gears and go back to shares of General Motors, a company we've been tracking all morning here. That stock is up 3.5% after the company posted a big earnings beat, but maintained its guidance. For a deeper dive in the auto space, let's bring in Autoblog Editor-in-Chief Greg Migliore. Greg, good to talk to you today. We were kind of diving through the numbers with our auto correspondent, Praz, earlier, who said, look, it feels like, at least with the GM story, things have started to turn the corner. Things are looking a little better on supply chains, the chip shortage, in terms of inventory. What was your big takeaway from the numbers we got this morning?
Sure. Well, good morning. Thanks for having me back. General Motors had a record third quarter for revenue based on profitable sales in trucks trucks and SUVs in North America. They really got the supply chain under control, which quite simply allowed them to make and sell more vehicles. It really, it wasn't rocket science. It all really came together for them in the last quarter. They also had a lot of good publicity too. They had the reveal of the GMC Sierra and the Chevy Equinox electric vehicles. Even the Chevy Bolt, which is their smaller electric crossover and car, had strong sales numbers. It had bounced back from some recall issues that they had previously. So this is basically General Motors' near-term strategy. Sell lucrative trucks and SUVs to fund the electric vehicle programs, and then do this while consumers and sort of the company figure out what's to come next as far as EVs.
And how do you see demand shaping up, especially with some of those EV trucks that you say will be the revenue driver that accelerates the transition or the company's transition to all EVs?
I think in the next couple of years, you're going to see demand really increase for some of these vehicles from General Motors. They're really targeting high volume segments like the Sierra and the Silverado. These are full-size pickup trucks. They already sell a lot of vehicles with internal combustion engines in these segments. So quite simply adding some electric versions, I mean, it's really a part of the market where they can capture and grow market share. And that's actually what they did in the third quarter. Their market share hovered around 16%, which was up from about 13% a year ago. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but in the auto industry, it's so competitive just to get even a sliver of market share. So to me, that was another sign that things are going in the right direction for General Motors.
Looking ahead here, Greg, we're going to be watching for numbers out from Ford. This is another one of those legacy companies that has gone through a lot of transition in the process of going all electric, including staff cuts. How do you think that's going to be reflected in the quarterly numbers?
I think it'll be a little too early to tell as far as some of the moves that they've made just in the last couple quarters, how that will shake out for Ford's bottom line. What's interesting to me is how they're setting up their electric vehicles and their internal combustion vehicles is almost like separate units, and they're going to break those out and display those numbers, in the future. And I think that'll paint an interesting picture as far as, where Ford is right now and where they're going in the future. It's a very creative approach to, accounting, to reporting financial numbers. So we'll be looking to see how that lands.
Okay, that stock at least getting a lift from GM's numbers today, too. Autoblog Editor-in-Chief Greg Migliore, good to talk to you today.